Behind me is the Cyber Towers building, the very first building built in HITEC City here in Hyderabad. Hello. Hello. This is one of the fastest growing IT hubs in the entire world. Let's go explore. Cyber Towers was built in 1997 when this whole development and idea was just getting started. Today, there are many companies within here, Microsoft being one of them. IBM, Facebook, and that one company that starts with the letter G. There are a bunch of businesses here in HITEC City. And later in this video, I'm going to take you on a driving tour to show you them. HITEC City stands for Hyderabad Information Technology Engineering Consultancy City. Can we say that 5 times fast? Behind me is the Trident. I think it's a hotel. It's like there's like a park here with the gate open, so we're going inside. Make sure there's no policemen. All right, we can film here. HITEC City spreads out over 200 acres and makes up a number of different suburbs here in Hyderabad. So this would be an IT. We're driving through HITEC City now, looking at all the beautiful buildings. Around us are all the buildings that house IT companies here in Hyderabad. For instance, ahead of us we have Deloitte. I've seen JP Morgan. I've seen... It's also called Cyberabad, which is kind of a cool name. It's got a nice ring to it. Behind us is a 7-star hotel shaped like the Titanic ship. It has a radius of over 30 miles, so it's pretty big. You can't just walk around it. Like, I can't just go show you all of it in one short little walk here. If you're driving out here, it's very close to Jubilee Hills, which is like the nice neighborhood here. It's like the Hollywood of Hyderabad. The actors live there, nice hills overlooking the city, beautiful apartments and houses. Some of the people in HITEC City stay in buildings just like this, nice big skyscrapers. They're gonna cost you like $750,000, $800,000 to stay there.
The first IKEA in India.
If you're liking this video, please click the like button, help the video go out to more people. There's a lot of security guards in this area, and you can just see them looking at me like, oh, I hope this guy with the camera comes here. Can't wait to get some action. Speaking of security, since you're watching this online, it's something you need as well, and why I'm thankful that Surfshark VPN is sponsoring this video and offering you a deal below. You can use Surfshark VPN on your laptop or your phone. With all the scammers out there, anyone who uses the internet needs extra protection. Surfshark VPN encrypts your data, making it useless for someone trying to hack into your account. I always use a VPN when I'm online, especially if I'm using public Wi-Fi at hotels, Airbnbs, and restaurants. As a traveler, you can also use a VPN to get lower prices on plane tickets and hotels. Because prices vary based on your location, so if you're trying to book a hotel, just connect to one of Surfshark's servers in 95 countries and check for the lowest price. I use Surfshark VPN to not get locked out of my US bank accounts while I'm overseas too. To access my US bank accounts, I'll connect to US servers, and I can avoid bank account freezes and still access my money. Or maybe you just want to watch the USA's Netflix in India. You can just connect to the USA server and then could watch the latest episodes of US shows like The Walking Dead. You also get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can test it out without any risk. And if you use the link in the description, you'll not only be supporting this channel, but you can also get a big discount and 3 months free. We've got some little snack shops for the tech. Let's see what kind of coffee these high-tech workers get to have. Special filter coffee. Plenty of bubbles, great flavor, I like it, it's good. Behind me is Mindspace, one of the biggest parks in the city. Let's check out the area. This is Bank of America.
Yes. It's a shared space though, but you also have Bank of America. It stretched the entire mind space.
Another Bank of America, Accenture. Okay. There's IBM.
Say hi to it.
So I'm down here on a corner underneath some of these large IT buildings. There's a number of different small eateries serving snacks, drinks. The people, the workers will come down, get themselves a chai, get themselves a Maggi noodle, and then head back up and get back to work. I'm here with my friend KC from Food Monks. He also has a channel about food here in Hyderabad and across India. We're gonna grab some lemon tea. We also made a couple other videos which you can check out here. Some lemon tea here down on the street in the IT park. Good smell. Refreshing. Open Tech, this is Facebook right here.
Yes.
So it's a bit like Google renting like RMZ building.
Correct. So
Yeah.
Google has its own center, and
Yeah.
Google has its own buildings in the shared space.
This building right over here is the Google campus. There's another Google campus right here. We got Deloitte behind it. Restaurants down on the bottom.
So all the maps, all the locations will be done from here.
Behind us is Google's headquarters. Two buildings actually. One here where they do the maps. We got another one here named Western Pearl. Cool outer portion of it. For me, it's impressive to think about how someone got this started 20 years ago, because this was way back when I was just like 18 years old. So this was the beginning of the internet. The minister here got funding to get this project started, and you look 22 years down the road, or maybe 24 years down the road, it's such a unique place here in India. Now there are other IT parks. Bangalore has them, Chennai has them, other big cities have them, but this is one of the most unique that I've seen. I love the like charming old school Indian city where there's so much happening in a small distance, but to have the contrast of that, this modern, huge, sleek, shiny windows with reflections, that's very cool too. Leaving the MySpace Junction area and heading to the other side of the IT parks. Casey is telling me that each of these campuses we're going to see, like Microsoft campus, they have their own basketball courts and they have their own gym and recreation. So they're really kind of like a little city onto themselves, it sounds like.
To the left, it's
Dell
again,
right here.
and to the left you have HCL, Oracle, Amazon. It's a shared space like Mindspace buildings.
Okay.
And Dell campus.
Behind me is Dell, and it's also another campus. We got Amazon, we got other large companies
So this is to the
right here.
It's
Oracle. Tech Mahindra right here. Behind us is another IT park. We got Tech Mahindra, some more eateries.
Yep.
Get your lemon tea, samosa.
Pani puri, juices, dosa, idli, you name it, you get it.
Okay. I know a lot of the office workers worked from home during the pandemic, but now they're working about 3 days a week. Across this part, there are a number of different parks where these major companies rent buildings or they have their own campuses. It does depend. They have a ton of buildings. Microsoft or Amazon might have 3, 4, 5, 6, even more buildings. And I'm happy to see that there's so many workers, people with some great jobs, down having a chai underneath these big buildings. Seeing the office workers, it is a little hard for me to relate because I've never worked in an office in my entire life. Out of college, I worked at an outdoor school for kids. Then I did some travels. Then I started working online. On this side, we have the Indian School of Business.
It's like the Stanford of India, the business
Stanford of India?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Highly regarded school.
Entrepreneur.
We have Microsoft's campus over here, which is their development center for Asia, all of Asia. Very cool. So this is where you work?
Yes.
Okay, Casey works here. This is where the money is made. Okay, the campus for Microsoft goes for almost a kilometer. And then on the other side, there's another company called Wipro. I know some people really like the office culture. You got your friends there, you have coworkers. There's like a mutual synergy that happens when you're all working on one thing in the same building. I know some of these teams work really, really hard too. So they have these great IT parks, they got basketball courts, they got recreation, but there's also like, you gotta get the job done, and it makes sense. Another highly respected IT school here in Hyderabad. My friend was very happy with his position at Microsoft. He would come visit Redmond in Washington, where Microsoft is based in the USA. The security guard's kicking me out. Well, at least he didn't make me delete my tape, which sometimes they ask, but I never do because I talk my way out of it somehow. Check out this building, that's nice. I could work there. I'm happy something like this exists too, because it's like, you know, people are making some money. They got some great jobs out here for these large multinational companies, putting their developer skills to work, their coding skills, their project management skills. And tune in next week for another video about beautiful India.